For the next style, I'm going to do 2 Dutch braids on both sides of my head. So my hair is parted close to center, and I'm going to pick up a small section on the left side of my head and divide it into 3 smaller pieces. I'm crossing the side strands under the middle strand, so I'm alternating between crossing the right strand under the middle and then crossing the left strand under the middle. And after the first stitch, I'm going to start bringing new sections of hair into the braid. So I'm dividing off new sections from along the part line and from along the hairline until the braid reaches above my ear. I want to leave a section down to cover my ear, so then I'm just going to continue bringing in new sections from the top of my head until the braid reaches the back of my head. And now I'm going to braid the section a little further down without adding in any additional hair. And then I'm just going to clip off the braid so I can repeat the same steps on the opposite side. So I'm just going to pick up a small triangle-shaped section next to the part on the other side of my head and divide it into 3 smaller pieces. I'm crossing the side strands under the middle strand, working my way around the back of my head. I'm also adding in additional sections like before from along the part line and from along the hairline. And then once the 2 braids meet at the back of my head, I'm going to tie them together using a clear elastic band. And now that the 2 braids are done and tied off, I can go back over both of them and gently pull on the edges so the braids are a lot bigger. I always do this with my braids so they show up better, but it's definitely an extra step and you can keep them smaller if you prefer. And now I'm going to throw in my scarf, and I've wrapped an elastic band over the middle of my scarf. So I'm going to wrap this elastic band twice over the original elastic band and only pull the hair partway through to create a little mini bun. And then I'm just going to take the 2 scarf ends and tie them once over the top of the. For the next hairstyle, I'm going to combine all of my hair together at the nape of my neck and divide it into 3 equal sections. I'm going to cross the side strands over the middle strand, alternating between the left and right side strands. So I'm crossing the right strand over the middle and then crossing the left strand over the middle. And I'm just going to continue repeating these steps over and over until I've braided all of the hair into a regular 3-strand braid. And when I couldn't reach my hair very easily, I pulled it upwards so the braid would stay straight instead of curving over my shoulder. And then once the braid reaches the bottom of the hair, I'm going to go back over the braid and pull on the sides so it becomes really big and loose and looks, more casual, kind of the look we're going for all of these styles. And then I'm just going to tie off the end of the braid with a hairband. So now I'm going to grab my hair scarf and pull it through the hairband so it'll stay in if it comes untied. And I'm just going to tie the hair scarf once over the hairband. And then, so the style has more of a cool girl vibe, I'm going to pinch and pull on small sections of the hair around my crown just so it looks more disheveled and lived in. For the last hairstyle, I'm going to be doing 2 double buns. So I'm going to start by dividing my hair into 2 equal sections, a left side and a right side. Starting with the hair on the left side, I'm going to grab a hairband and tie it around the hair. On the last drop of the elastic, I'm going to pull the hair partway through to form my loop. And then I'm going to take the ends sticking out from the bun and bring these around the left side. I'm going to wrap them twice around the hairband and then tuck the ends into the elastic underneath the bun. And if your hair only wraps once, that works just fine. You basically just want to use the hair to hide the elastic band. And now I'm going to take the section on the right side and repeat the same steps. So I'm wrapping the section with a hairband and pulling the hair partway through on the last wrap to create a loop. And then I'm going to wrap the ends counterclockwise around the hairband and then tuck the ends back into the hairband underneath the bun to help hold them in place. And then I'm just going to take my scarf and wrap it around my head, tying it at the top, and then just tuck the ends underneath.